Hey guys, Micah from Black Bear Custom Kydex. I have a video for you today on some auto deploy sheaths for folding knives, and I will be headed to the post office with these in just a few minutes. So I don't have my list on me of who gets which sheath and where they're going. You know, usually I'll say something like this one's going out to David in Sacramento or something like that. But so unfortunately, sorry customers, I don't have your information this time. But all right, so we got this one. This is a Benchmade barrage. I do own the barrage, so I can make these ready to ship. You don't have to send me your knife. Just let me know if you're interested in that. How it works, you've got a little locking mechanism on it. When it's engaged, the knife will not come out of the sheath. This exists so that if you bump against anything when you're sitting or you're walking, wherever you snag it, it's not going to come out. Nobody can just steal it right off your waist. It's a really nice, secure design. The locking mechanism concept that I use was created, I'm not the inventor of it, it was created by Kevin Robinson over at Thai Tactical. So Kevin has given me permission to use it in my work, and he's given me some tips on how to make it better and all that. So Kevin, you're awesome, dude. I really appreciate your invention and your permission to use it in my work. And guys, go check out Thai Tactical, T-I-E Tactical, Kevin Robinson. Awesome guy, awesome sheaths. So all right, we got that. How you work it, you just use your thumb, click it off. When it's disengaged, you can deploy the knife out. Real quick tip for deploying your knife, you want to pull quick, you want to pull down, and you want to slightly flick your wrist to help separate the bottom of the handle from the tip of the knife. That's going to get it moving in the right direction and kind of the right, it's going to give it the right amount of momentum and force to fully deploy the blade. So those of you who know the barrage know that this is a spring-assisted knife, so it doesn't apply as much to this as the ones you're going to see in just a second, but it does apply so for most knives, so just be aware of that. Getting it back in, all you got to do is put it in and kind of just click it into place. Should work just fine. Locking it back up, really easy. Brace it on one side with your fingers and then flex the lock toward, or flex the fin of the sheath into the lock. You can hear that little tiny click, and now it's back over the side there, locked right up. All right, so let's get through these. We've got Paramilitary 2 sheath. It's for Spyderco Paramilitary 2, obviously. This guy is black with a black lock. Works really nicely. PM2s do not have a spring assist, so you do have to rotate. So I'm going to show you that action real quick. What you're looking for is pulling it back like that as you pull down. You can see I've rotated my wrist, and that just really helps to get that blade fully deployed. You do not want a partial open. Yeah, just imagine, especially because you're going to adjust your grip immediately to be holding it there. It's just dangerous. You don't want your fingers in there. You don't want that tip pointed towards your body, you know. So just make sure when you get your auto open sheath from me guys, they do work really well. I'm showing you right now how they work, but practice with them. It's still gear that you might need in an emergency, and you know, adrenaline's pumping, your fine motor skills start to maybe diminish a little bit, so you just need to be ready and familiar with all of your especially tactical and self-defense gear. So, all right, there we go. That's that. We got another one in all black carbon fiber. You can see I've changed the direction. I've oriented the stripes the opposite direction as they are on the sheath. That way you'd be able to really see that second layer. I think it looks nice like that. Locks in just fine. Deploys nicely. The lockup on it's great. So, all right, there's that one. We have one in black carbon fiber with a coyote brown lock. Sorry, I've got 2 PM2s. All right, lockup's really nice. Deploys fine. We got that. All right, and the last PM2 sheath I have for you is kind of a cool one. So this one is black with a tan lock, and obviously black for this pepper spray canister. This pepper spray is a saber red pepper gel. You can see the saber right there. And obviously I've taken the logo or the label off. So this is really, really important. This one's going to David in California. I know I said I didn't remember who gets what. David I remember because of the canister. Obviously some more discussion about that. So this guy, you need to take the label off, because as you use it, when you put it into the sheath, the sheath will eventually catch the bottom of the label, and it's going to start to roll up on you, which means the adhesive is going to be facing outward. It's going to leave streaks of adhesive on the inside of your sheath, which is bad. And it's also going to make the just that little extra thickness of the label makes a big difference in retention. So it's going to make it super tight, uncomfortable to draw. You just don't want any of that drama. So when you get your sheath, immediately take this pepper gel. Before you put it in your holster, just take it, get some rubbing alcohol or nail polish remover, pour it over the label, and then let it sit for about 30 seconds and start to work it off. It should come off really nicely. It breaks down the residue, and yeah, make sure that canister is nice and clean before you put it in. The other benefit is, with it just being all the metal, it's super smooth action against the smooth inside of Kydex, so that works out really nicely. I've also left a huge lip down here so you can assist it out the bottom, or up from the bottom rather, if you need to, but it's in there really sturdy. It's not moving at all when I shake it like that. You can see I just gave it a pretty good whack and it came out about 1 centimeter. So that's really going to hold up, since it's going to be upright. That's going to be awesome for you. But at the same time, it's not that hard to draw. The knife works really nicely. The only thing you might want to consider is, so this is probably how I would carry it. I've tried it on, find it's pretty low profile, as low profile as it's going to be anyway, with it sticking out like this at the angle. However, you might want to consider moving the tech lock either to be more behind the pepper spray or more behind the auto open sheath. So I think if I were going to go in either direction, I would put these 2 drill holes here, so I'm effectively moving the tech lock over and having it more behind the knife. Reason being, I just don't like the idea of my knife hanging out quite so far. This is actually probably a little too far. Maybe I would move that over. But it does work really nicely. It's locked up right now, not coming out. Unlock, deploys really great. So, all right, we got those. Now I want to show you guys a new product that I just, literally 20 minutes ago created. So this is really cool. This is kind of reviving my interest in making auto open sheaths. Before yesterday, I'd actually told, I think the guy that ordered this one, I think I told him that after this video, or in this video, I was going to announce essentially my retirement for the foreseeable future for auto open sheaths. I would no longer be doing those. However, this new thing has really excited me. Apart from the fact that you guys out there are giving me a ton of business for PM2 sheaths right now, for whatever reason, those are just kind of popping off. So thank you guys for that. It's really helping to keep this auto open design going. But this new design that I just came up with, I think is going to be a really great solution for those of you out there who are interested in getting an auto open sheath, but you don't want to pay for the locking mechanism that I've created and the tech lock. This actually takes quite a bit of time to make, and my material costs are a bit higher than they are on some other simpler sheaths, like for multi-tools and things like that. Typically comparable material cost, but the time that it takes to make one of these is just so above and beyond. It's like a 3-hour process that I go through to make one of these look the way it does and function as well as it does. So for those of you out there who are wondering, these are $75. A lot of people have a problem with that, but it really sincerely takes me a while to make those, so that's why the price is so high. But a lot of people don't like the price and end up not ordering, so this might be a better solution for you. I've come up with, a customer sent me his Buck 110, custom Buck 110, and he wanted an auto open sheath that deployed from inside the waistband. So the problem that I found with it, and it might just be the Buck 110, but the problem I was finding with it is that it was not fully deploying every time because the sheath didn't have the flexibility to move much, and at the angle that you're trying to draw from, you can't really rotate your wrist to compensate for that lack of movement in the sheath. And we were talking about earlier having to do that thing where you separate, flicking your wrist. That helps immensely in getting a full deployment of your blade every time, which is obviously the goal. So with it trying to go from the waistband, it was a no-go. It wasn't really working. So what I came up with was a system that actually just rests on your waistband. It's concealed, and then it pulls out and catches taut with a piece of paracord that's connected to an IWB clip. So let me show you this. We have his custom Buck 110, and you can see it's just sitting on my waistband. I've got this little hook that I've created out of a matching piece of Kydex. This is black carbon fiber. So that hook can ride at a bunch of different, it's 360-degree rotation because I've only put it through one screw. And it literally just exists to rest over your waistband and keep the knife from falling down into your pants. The other side of it is connected to this nice IWB clip. I don't have to do anything to the clip itself. As you can see, it's just a paracord, a little overhand knot through the hole there as a stopper. And you can put this in a lot of different positions on your body because you have a length of paracord. Obviously, you can trade this paracord out for any other length you want. You can do different colors. You can customize that to your heart's content. But as you can see, this conceals super easily. I'm really content with this design. And for my sake, I actually like to tilt it. I like that you can adjust the angle while it's connected too. You just saw me change that angle. Alright, so as you can see, that's really well concealed. I'm going to pull this. My shirt is, you can basically see the lint in my belly button. So you can see obviously right here is where that knife is. You get a little bit of a print, but that is super minimal print. And how does it work? All you do, just like an IWB holster, you're going to lift your shirt, you're going to grab it, and you're just going to pull out. Now with the Buck 110, let me show you real quick. See a nice fully deployed lockout. With the Buck 110, to get the kind of momentum that you need, well, first off, to get it to auto deploy, you have to put a quick stud on it. So that's what this guy is here. It's something, you can see that little hole there has a hex wrench screw in it. So, or a hex bolt. So you need a hex wrench to adjust it. If you buy a quick stud, it comes with the hex wrench that you need. Excuse me. And it's just got like a little groove cut out that you put over the spine of your knife. And yeah, normally, obviously, the studs would be up closer to here. But with slip joint knives, they're really resistant toward opening. They have a huge bias toward close. Right? And you just need it lower to get the kind of torque that you're going to need to get it to fully deploy. So it has to be really low on that blade. So, all right, so that's why the sheath is longer. You can see obviously this covers a huge portion of the body in comparison to, say, the PM2, but that's necessary because of the placement of the quick stud. And that quick stud, just in case you're wondering, I have experimented with them quite a bit to see how high I could get it on there. This is literally the highest I can go and still get a consistent auto open. All right, so this one's going to Rob over in England. And Rob, you're going to need to pull this at an angle that's like basically the knife has to come straight out the bottom of the sheath. Because it's free floating, it's going to rotate as it needs to. But if you have it, at this angle or something, you're probably not going to get it to fully deploy. Maybe, you might, but let's see. I'll try it real quick. I'm going to pull it basically straight like that. Yeah, well, I guess it works. It doesn't feel as comfortable to me, but, whatever works for you. But this, to me, is really consistent, and you can feel the difference. It's at the steeper angle like I just did, you can feel the resistance before it pulls, and it has a really strong pull on the blade, whereas this feels a little bit weaker. But in any event, so this is the system that we have, and like I said, this has kind of revived my interest in doing auto opens. So if you guys are looking to get one of these, I'm going to tell you right up front that the price is going to be $45. That includes domestic shipping. So if you're outside the US, obviously I got to charge you for shipping. But the price for this design is going to be $45 domestic shipped. And that should be a nice reprieve to you guys who are looking at the $75 price tag. And yeah, so where's the cost coming from, in case you guys are comparing it to, like, there are a couple guys out there doing auto opens for like $25-$30. They're not doing much finish work. They're probably not putting it on a belt clip. It's just a paracord necklace. They're not creating a Kydex clip that is, holding it. This is just, it's the design that it is, and that's the price that I'm charging. So if you guys are interested, I really hate arguing over prices. I'm sorry, prices are what they are, but get in touch with me. Let me know if that's something you want. I think this is a really cool design because of how well it conceals. Concealing gets rid of the need for a locking mechanism, and the versatility of having something that you can attach to a variety of different places on your belt. The other thing that I just thought of with this is you could absolutely carry this. Let's see if I can rig it up the right way here. And if you want to, that's in my pocket. So if I need something like that, I don't know if that's really any faster than just carrying your knife in your pocket, but I don't know. That's what I got for you guys. So let me know if you think this is a good idea, bad idea. I'm really excited about it. I think it looks nice. It definitely functions well, and I think it serves a unique purpose that maybe wasn't being met with this design. Obviously, this is significantly less expensive, and it should work just as nicely with any other knives. So if you have a knife with a nail nick, you will need to buy a quick stud for that. You can buy that through me. I'm happy to do that. Otherwise, your knife needs to have an opening hole, a thumb stud, or a thumb disc, and I can get that to work. Some knives with just flippers I can get to work. Just contact me, tell me what knife you got, and we'll talk through the details. So, all right, guys, if you're interested in these sheaths, if you like them, hit that like button, and if you like this channel, hit subscribe if you haven't already done so. I appreciate you leaving some feedback down in the comment section, and let me know pros, cons, whatever you can think of. What you guys leave for feedback and the commentary is something that really does help shape how us Kydex guys design our products. We're designing them for you. So yeah, the more feedback, the better, in my opinion. I don't care if it's critical. I don't care if it's nice. Just let me know what you think. So, all right, guys, thanks for tuning in. Stick around for the next one. God bless.